YouTube? It's Above Average Code here, coming at you with a video all about Halo Infinite's newest Combat Workshop playlist. Obviously, it's multi-team, everybody's longtime favorite game mode, where it is 2v2, v2v2. So guys, it is 4 teams out there on the map, and I'm going to discuss a little bit about 343's as always, lackluster execution on this long-time desired game mode. And I first want to talk about the most obvious elephant here in the room, guys. 2.5 years, man. They even addressed in the Waypoint how legendary and what a loved mode this is. And after 2.5 years, wait times at their max, we're losing players by the day. No more big content drops. We finally see multi-team come out in the form of a Combat Workshop. And I'm pretty disappointed because I have been seeing people asking for this mode probably since I started doing Halo Infinite content again 2.5 years ago. But I'm not going to beat that horse dead, guys. I want to talk a little bit about the gameplay before I'm too negative here, because the gameplay is actually really fun. It's pretty enjoyable. As you can see in the background gameplay here, I kept pulling up the scoreboard, so there was a lot of people joining, leaving. But if you can get a relatively full enough game, the gameplay flows really nice. I actually played in this game land grab on Forbidden, and it's really nice because the way everybody spawns, I almost always spawned right on top of my teammate, or if I spawn, my teammate spawned right on me, and it seems like teams spawn pretty much in the 4 corners of the map, so the map's pretty spread out. So even if you're on the other side of the point or the objective, you could have somebody spawning next to you or potentially even behind you if you moved out and open that spawn up. So it's constant action going on around the map. The weapons and things felt pretty spread out pretty good. So it's like, especially on a map like Forbidden where there's 2 snipers, it's like you didn't really know who was going to end up with the sniper or where the sniper was going to land when somebody died or who picked it up. And it was really cool in that regard. So the way the gameplay flows, the way the gameplay is obviously here on Halo Infinite, I really enjoyed it. It was a really fun mode, and I actually look forward to playing it really soon here again, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit here in terms of it being a Combat Workshop. Now, my major critique is obviously in past multi-teams, guys, all the teams had different colors. And again, you can see when I pull up the scoreboard, obviously it shows the 4 different teams, but they made every enemy team just the general enemy color. So I can't tell who is on what team. And on the scoreboard, I assume, obviously, it's like the players are next to the team name, but I can't tell who's on what team. And this is important gameplay-wise because, for example, in Land Grab, it was us and I think the Valkyrie squad competing for the win here. I couldn't tell who was on what, and I can't tell easily who's on the point. I have to memorize the names and be like, oh, that's one of the enemies on the team that's about to win the game, so it's like I really have to stop them. And it's like, it just adds a nice little aspect, easily being able to see color to color, which team, who's on what team, and hey, am I looking on an enemy from Valkyrie, or am I looking on an enemy from another team? And it's like, it's just very strange that they chose to go with the same color for everybody, and they claim that was like they wanted to do that for Halo Infinite to change it up, but it's like that's like the lazy way to try and do it. Maybe it's just me like being hypercritical, but that's like, it's such a big part having multi-teams, but on the scoreboard it just looks like everybody, it's basically a 2v6 at that point. Just very weird. It's a very strange design choice. I feel like it was just the easy way out to crank this game one out faster, but again, maybe that's why it's in the Combat Workshop. You know, if you're gonna try something new, do it in the Combat Workshop. Neither here nor there. Gameplay is good. That's really my only critique of it. And now we get into the more negative aspects of it. And the biggest negative, outside of obviously the first one that I mentioned, guys, is the fact that this is a Combat Workshop. They're currently begging for people to fill out the survey to give feedback on the mode, which is fine. That's not my critique. But it's literally been in for what? I believe 3 days, and then it leaves on July 2nd. So it's literally here for 1 week. I'd imagine they're going to be cranking it into the game as a full game mode, but it's like, I guess I just don't understand why it had to be a combat workshop. You know the mode works. You know everybody loves the mode. Why are you doing a combat workshop to be like, hey guys, can you test out the changes to this game mode? We want to see if you like it, and then we'll bring it back as a full mode. Just make it a full mode, and then if people are complaining, just change it. I don't know. I'm not a developer. Maybe it's not that easy, but we've seen it in just about every other game ever made that people just pump it into the playlist, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Now, we got to talk about wait times. Wait times has been a very hot topic on Halo Infinite the last 2 or 3 weeks because the player base just kind of low, guys. I'm not even playing in the mornings anymore. I'm playing in the prime time, afternoon, and late night, and I'm getting games faster, but not like I used to, man. There is a wait for just about every lobby. So I'll first talk about Mint Blitz. Mint Blitz cannot find a game. He was tweeting about this on Twitter, or X, if you will. He was tweeting about basically he cannot find a game at all, and he has deciphered that it is due to SBMM, which I kind of understand, I guess, because when you have a mode like this, there has to be some form of SBMM. I understand, but Halo Infinite has known to have really extreme social SBMM, and it ruins it for a lot of players. But you don't want it so extreme either that people can't find games. Like, just because Minty is good at the game does not mean he should not be able to get into a lobby. Which I find kind of insane, honestly. And he did VPN out to a Seattle server. Still didn't find a game, so it has nothing to do with his location, because I know you guys are just feverishly typing in the comment section right now where he's from and that he always has high wait times. But he knows what he's doing, guys. He knows what he's doing over there. My wait time was actually pretty long. I searched for a game for about 2 minutes on Expanded, and then I actually canceled and restarted it, and then I got into this game that was already in progress and had a lot of people leave. And it took about a minute to find that after the reset, which is fine, I guess. That's pretty much just normal wait times at this point on Halo Infinite, which is really sad to see, but I do not want to see people not being able to find games at all, because again, guys, we waited 2.5 years for this playlist to be added. Very desirable playlist, very long time wanted in the game playlist, and now that it's here, people like Mint Blitz, longtime fans of Halo, can't even get a game in the playlist to play it and experience it, and that is just really sad for any fan of any game ever for something like that to happen. But I really do think that's most of my main points here. I just felt like doing a little bit of a video on this, guys, because it just, even this long into the game, all of the sample sizes and improvement we've seen, it just feels like things are executed weird. I'm not going to say badly. I'm not going to say incorrectly. Just weird. Why is it a combat workshop? Why did they make all of the enemies one single color? And why, obviously, did it take so long to get put into the game? I don't have the answers to these questions exactly, but obviously, although Halo Infinite is on the very, very back end of its lifespan, player base is very low. I, of course, want to see this be permanent. It was fun. The gameplay was good. And at the end of the day, guys, that's what matters. It's a game. We're having fun, and we can shake our fist at 343 all we want, but, yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with that. Shake your fist at 343. But alrighty, guys, that does it from me. Hit that subscribe button. We're mixing it up on stream lately, but we're still doing the Halo videos, guys, and we will be back on Infinite very soon on the streams. It's not going anywhere, guys. It never will. So hit that subscribe button. Leave a thumbs up on the video, guys. Go down below. Hit that big old button that looks like this. I appreciate it. Leave a comment. Have you played it? Do you not care? Are you disappointed? Are you happy? I'd love to hear all of your thoughts on it, guys. And then finally, channel memberships and super thanks. If you guys would like to support monetarily, it helps me out a lot as a content creator. But please don't feel like you have to, y'all. But alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for all the support and love while I try to stream some other games. Halo will be back soon, guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.